media company. I do not want to forget anybody. And thanks to the Ministry of Interiors, Ministry of Defense, and all our partners who believed in this message. And I would like also to send an appreciation message with full respect and appreciation to President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the President of the Republic, under whose auspices this conference is built to continue the development of the Egyptians, as well as protecting the Egyptian identity as a message for the new republic. Ladies and gentlemen, as the minister said, in the name of God, we start this new edition under the umbrella of Egypt. In the name of Egypt, together we read, think, and create. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. And now the speech of Dr. Saeed Abdou, the head of the Egyptian Publishers Federation. Good afternoon to culture, happiness, through our cooperation. This edition of Cairo International Book Fair would be a success. Over 54 years, the fair has done a lot. The biggest Arab book fairs ever, since it was held in El Gezira, in the exhibition center, and then in Nasr City, and now after we moved here to this international conference and exhibition center with the new developments in the publishing world. Your Excellency the Minister, good afternoon. The Ambassador of the Kingdom of Jordan, Dr. Ahmed Bahieddin, the head of the General Book Authority, my friend Mohammed Rashad, the head of the Arab Publishers Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, this fair this year was presented by the minister, and it showed that it adopted the most important issues facing publishing industry. Despite all the challenges facing Egypt and the whole world after COVID-19 and the Russian-Ukrainian war, unfortunately it had a big impact on the publishing industry, and it is one of the small and medium industries. Egypt was one of the first Arab countries to hold a book fair in light of the pandemic COVID-19, and the Egyptian publisher was keen in participating in this fair. This year's fair, despite all difficulties, all the Egyptian publishers were keen on their participation and getting ready with the new books and publications, despite the increasing cost of all the inputs of the publishing industry, the ink, the papers, and they have made also special offers for all the publications, be it new or old ones. And now for people with disabilities, the Egyptian publishers give a discount of 30% on books for people with disabilities to support them. And the discounts range between 20% to 80% in some cases. And there are some books, as Dr. Ahmed Bahieddin said, would be at the price of only 20 Egyptian pounds. And other publishers would provide books that ranges between 2 pounds to 20 Egyptian pounds. And all the new publishers are going to participate, and for the first time they are not going to meet the conditions of 10 publications or more. So all new publishers now would be given a special pavilion, and 16 new publishers will participate in them to be given the opportunity to participate and to learn new experiences through participating in the book fair. The minister also mentioned a number of points and important steps, like publishing as an industry, as well as intellectual property, translation. And of course, we need this translation from Arabic into English or from other languages into Arabic. And we wish that this edition would acknowledge publishing as an industry to benefit from the potentials of this industry, so that the publishing industry also can benefit from the concessions and the privileges given to industry in general. We are looking forward to the support of the Ministry of Culture, and I'm confident also through our last meeting with the Minister that they are ready to support the publishers and to understand their difficulties and find solutions to them. And I hope that it would be a successful edition for Egyptian, Arab, and foreign publishers, and it would be also a successful fair for the Arab and Egyptian readers. And we have an initiative with Misr Bank. For the first time, the Visa clients would be able to purchase a book on installments for 6 months. And this would be done with all publishers participating through the Egyptian Publishers Federation. Thanks and appreciation to all the participants, the Minister, the Ambassador of Jordan, and I wish we all a successful fair. Many happy returns. Thank you, Mr. Saeed Abdo. And now the speech of Mr. Mohammed Rashad, the chairman of the Arab Publishers Federation. In the name of Allah. Good afternoon. Minister Dr. Niveen Al-Kallani, the Minister of Culture, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Jordan, Amgad Al-Adayla, Dr. Ahmed Bahiyuddin, the head of the Book Authority, my friend and colleague Saeed Abdo, the chairman of the Egyptian Publishers Federation. First of all, I know that I'm the last speaker, so I'm not going to be lengthy. As Arab Publishers Federation, we would like to highlight what was done by the Minister and the Supreme Council for Cairo International Book Fair. I would like to thank the journalists, the media representatives, the colleagues, the writers and the publishers. Cairo International Book Fair is the icon and the pearl of Arab book fairs. We as Arab publishers go to Arab and international book fairs like Frankfurt, London, Paris, fairs as well as other Arab fairs. And we find that Cairo International Book Fair is the pearl and the icon of these fairs, because all those who work on books in Arab and the foreign countries attend this fair, be it writers, thinkers, publishers, artists, designers. They all attend Cairo International Book Fair, even if they do not have a pavilion. So this is what distinguishes Cairo Book Fair from other fairs, and it is also the oldest book fair in the Arab world. There is the cultural club in Beirut, and it's like a club, but Cairo International Book Fair is an official fair that started in 1969. This fair, despite all the challenges facing the world due to pandemic COVID-19 and then the Ukrainian-Russian war, we find that the publishing industry is one of the industries that suffered because of the pandemic. I can say that the sales of the Arab publishers reduced a lot. We have members in our federation from Mauritania till the Sultanate of Oman, and we find that the sales of the Arab publishers reduced by 75% in 2020 in comparison to 2019. And despite the difficulties and the economic challenges, as well as the increase of the cost of publishing and printing inputs this year, the number of Arab publishers participating in the fair are 250. Despite the difficulties and the currency rate, no Arab publisher apologized that he won't be able to attend in the fair. And we as Arab Publishers Federation, in light of these difficult conditions and the negative calls about the fair, we decided upon an agreement with all our colleagues, the Arab publishers, to give discounts that ranges between 30% to 70% to encourage the readers and to emphasize that they all want to participate in the fair, and this would be done through a bookmark that would be given to all the visitors of the fair, so that the visitors would go to the pavilion to give an extra discount to the readers. And also the Egyptian reader is an enlightened reader who always looks for new things. And this is, of course, important for any publisher. I need to mention some points. I would like to thank the Minister of Culture. I met her in her office and gave her a request from the publishers due to the increase in costs. They expected that the price would increase by 25%, and the minister reduced this cost. I told her that I represented the Arab publishers, and we have with us members in the Federation, even from Somalia. and we discussed the economic conditions they are facing. In Lebanon, so the Lebanese publisher would pay the cost in Egyptian pounds, and we would like to thank the minister for this cooperation. Understanding the conditions facing the Arab publisher. Because of COVID and the war. Because, of course, the publishers has to reduce the number of books and publications they produce. So we need to thank the minister and Dr. Ahmed Bahidin for that. I personally am very optimistic about the fair. And I would like to invite visitors to come and visit the fair, because this emphasizes our slogan in the name of Egypt: we think, read, and innovate. So I wish that people would come and visit the fair, as this would save the publishing industry. The Arab publishers need support because they are going through very difficult conditions. The price of the papers increased threefold, especially in Egypt, and in some countries it increased twofolds. And this led, of course, to the increase of the books' prices through the discounts that would be given by the Egyptian and Arab publishers. We wish that this would encourage people to purchase books and visit the fair. And people also go to the fairs for deals. The publishers are able to make deals through the fair. I do not want to be lengthy, but I just wanted to thank all the organizers of this fair. I would like also to thank President Sisi for his support to the fair. I would like to thank the Minister of Culture and Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli. And we need also to thank Dr. Ahmed Bahia. And thanks to Ms. Nancy Samir and Mr. Hassan Bayoumi for their efforts. And we would like to thank all the publishers and the publishing houses for their efforts. And we would like also to thank the platform. And thanks, of course, to His Excellency, the Ambassador of Jordan to Egypt, as he was one of the supporters of the Arab Publishers Federation. And he was one of the founders of the federation. So Jordan was one of the founders of the Arab Publishers Federation. So thanks to Jordan and thanks to Dr. Ahmed Bahi. And I will give you a request from our colleagues, the publishers, to thank all the organizers of these fairs over the past years. Thank you all, and I wish us all a successful fair. It is not the fair of the Ministry of Culture or the Book Authority, but it is an Egyptian cultural event. Thank you and many happy returns.
That was a live transmission of a press conference on the activities of the 54th round of Cairo International Book Fair that will kick off on the 25th of January. The fair will work on the Egyptian identity. The Egyptian leadership is always keen on holding this fair as a cultural doorway and a huge market for books to build bridges and discuss the future of culture. The book fair is part and parcel of the Egyptian cultural domain. Seminars and platforms will take place to discuss a variety of topics. Among the topics that is expected to be discussed during the fair, the issues facing publishers in Egypt and working on means of keeping books prices without increase. And Jordan will be the honorary guest of this round of the fair, and in this regard several seminars will be discussed discussing cultural relations with Jordan. Ms. Niveen El-Kelaimi, Minister of Culture, also gave her opening speech in which she focused on the significance of holding the 54th round of the Cairo International Book Fair, and also Mr. Ahmed Bahid, head of the Egyptian General Authority, spoke about the significance of holding this round of the Egyptian Book Fair that will focus on thinking, reading, and interacting with the human civilization. Expected that poets, Egyptian poets like Salah Jahin will be discussed, his topics and his works will be discussed during the fair. A lot of institutions, ministries, and participants are participating in this round, and it's expected to be a